in the wonderful fun and answer game, 2 for the Money. And now here's the star of our show, America's favorite family humorist, Sam Levinson.
Well. Thank you all. It's nice to be back on TV. I wanted to thank all the nice people who sent letters asking for the show to come back. We're grateful we made it. Here we are. I don't have to tell you that my family is certainly glad that I'm working again. In fact, my wife thanks you personally, and my favorite charity, my 2 little children, thank you, too. Some of my family, of course, came here tonight to wish me well. I'd like to ask just those in the audience who are relatives just to raise your hand a little bit so we'll know where you are. That's nice. Pay no attention to the orchestra. They're not relatives. They are not relatives. They are, but they're on my wife's side, and we don't even talk about that. I have one, of course, I'm one who spoke so much throughout all these years on TV about family, and there's a reason, and I want the kids to know this, that if you're loyal to the family, they're loyal to you. When I played my first nightclub in New York, I think it was the Latin Quarter some years ago, standing room only. That first night, standing room only. It was a sellout. It was tremendous. You know? They came from 8 states. And for me, this was a great success, I don't have to tell you. What an audience. SRO, they hung up a sign, Sam's relatives only. You know, that was a tremendous... I tell you what happened, though. For the man who owned the club, this was a disaster. It took him 2 nights to recover from my relatives. You know what happened? You know my family, they don't drink. Bread they ate. You never saw such bread eaters in your life. By the time the man took the order, they finished the basket of rolls. Between bread, pickles, and seltzer, they closed the club. Now, it wouldn't be completely honest of me to stand here and say that nobody drinks in the family. Now, I'm honest about these things. I have an uncle who likes to take a drink. But his reasoning is delicious. He doesn't want to be called a drunk, an alcoholic, God forbid. So every night when he goes to bed, he says to his wife, he says, Lena, he says, I'm going to bed now. In case I want a drink, wake me. She says, how will I know? So whenever you'll wake me, I'll want. Have you got that kind of an uncle in the house? And in the morning, there's a different approach. Every morning he goes down to the corner and he gets the newspaper in the morning and he reads the obituary column. And if his name isn't there, he celebrates by taking a drink. And I tell you, family's such a precious thing. I guess I shouldn't talk about these things, but I will. We have such funerals. There are people around here who are in my family. We have the most beautiful funeral. You can sell tickets for our funeral. It's such laughs. It's wonderful. And when we send a guy off, he remembers it. You know? We get thank you notes from somewhere. I don't know from where. They're coming in. We got the most unusual postage stamps you ever saw. I remember the speech when we sent off an uncle and the president of our family club got up and he said, broken up, and he said, what you see before you here now is only the shell. The nut is gone. I got something worse. We had a family sitting in mourning. And they got the wrong fruit basket by mistake, you know, with a tag that said, congratulations on your new location. And we, and the conversations you overhear, what did he die from? Says, nothing serious. Whoever died from nothing serious. And we always buy from the same undertaker because he gives green stamps. Well, there'll be more jokes. I guess the show is built around laughs. I hope it will be, and I hope you'll enjoy it. So let's proceed to 2 for the Money. Ed, who's the first couple to play 2 for the Money tonight?
Sam, I'd like you to meet our...
Just a minute. I just want to introduce to the viewing audience at home the announcer on our show, Ed McMahon, who is going to be with us. Ed, You're new to New York City, aren't you?
Yes, Sam.
Where are you from?
I'm from Philadelphia.
Oh, you're a Philadelphia boy, and I guess everybody in the hometown is sitting... Do you want to applaud for Philadelphia?
Yes, sir.
Applaud for Philadelphia.
I don't have as many relatives as you, Sam, but nobody does in that case. A lot of my friends that I owe money to are happy that I'm working again, too.
My relatives go together like wire hangers in a closet. Did you ever try to get one without taking the others? I have more relatives than a microbe, as Pasteur said.
Sam, let me introduce
just a minute.
you.
I was talking. Pay
Excuse
attention.
me.
I just wanted to meet Ed and to tell you that your family is probably watching at home tonight. Their local boys making good.
Yes, all of Philadelphia, as a matter of fact, is...
Well, I'd just like you to know that we don't go into Philadelphia.
My big break.
This was your big opportunity. And nobody is seeing it tonight in
Nobody.
Philadelphia. But I've got relatives in Philadelphia. They'll take care of the whole thing.
Listen,
Talk to me now. Who are these people?
We have lovely people here. They're all the way from Fort Bragg, North Carolina. They are Lieutenant Colonel and Mrs. Reed Richards.
All right, back to Philadelphia for you. Good evening, Lieutenant Colonel and Mrs. Reed Richards. It's nice to see you. I'll just put this over here. You are in the Army, obviously. How long have you been in the Army, Colonel?
Well, I've had a little over 12 years of active duty.
Oh, that's a long stretch. And I assume from that you like the Army?
Oh, very much. It's offers a lot of... It's a good career and offers a lot of opportunities.
Well, you got in your plug for the Army, didn't you? How long are you planning to stay in, Colonel?
I got out last Thursday.
That takes care of the plug for the Army. You're very lucky that you got out last day. You didn't wait for opportunity to knock twice, huh? You just went. At least you're going to be a colonel the rest of your life, which is a great honor. I heard two little old ladies talking in Brooklyn the other day about their boys in the service. I think the servicemen out there tonight are going to like this. And one woman said that, she says, my Georgie's been in the Army only 5 months. He's already a lieutenant. And the other sweet old lady says, I don't want to brag, says, but my Harold's been in the Army only 5 weeks, already been recommended for a court-martial. You have different things to be proud of. Now, I'd like to talk to the missus for a change. You are Mrs. Richards. Do you have a family, Mrs. Richards?
Yes, we do. We have 7 children, and they're all adopted.
They're all adopted?
Yes.
All 7. Well, there's an unusual story to begin with. And are they all of one group?
No, I think one of the most interesting things about them is that they comprise 6 nationalities.
Oh, you have 6 nationalities of the 7 children.
That's right.
All living under one roof, and your mommy and daddy.
That's right.
There's an unusual thing. 6 nationalities. Well, I hope they're getting along better than their representatives of the United Nations.
I think about the same.
Just about, about the same. That's wonderful. You know what they say, that if Moses had to submit the 10 Commandments to the United Nations, they still wouldn't have ratified it. They'll be arguing. They have enough trouble there keeping peace between the friendly nations, you know. Do you have any special problems with an unusual group of that kind with 6 nationalities?
No, I don't think anything unusual. They're all Americanized, and they behave like children.
That's bad enough, isn't it?
Especially the boys.
The boys?
I remember about last week, Lee came in with a dirty face, and I sent him back to the bathroom to get washed, and when he came out, it was just about as dirty as when he went in. And I said, Lee, for goodness sake, did you just look at the water? He said, oh, no, I looked at the soap, too.
That's normal. I guess dirty children are international in character.
I think they are.
It's an international dirty plot. I have a little one of 4 and a half. Her name is Emily, and I usually spend the last few minutes before she goes to bed on the bed, actually. You know. So her face was like a little angel, all clean. Her hands were pitch black. Said, how come your face is so clean, your hands so dirty? She said, I got dirty washing my face. As a normal child, could fit into your group, too. The children are here tonight, or did you happen to bring them along?
Well,
I hope you did.
Actually, we're on our way home to Salt Lake City, so they're all with us.
The whole gang?
The whole
Wouldn't you
gang.
love to see this group? Huh? Wouldn't you? Huh? Bring them up.
This is Maury, Sam. Here, I better give this to the young man here. Oh, here they are.
Isn't this wonderful? Now applaud. Let me see. All the colors of the rainbow and just as bright. Aren't they adorable? I notice that he has to leash these two down. Huh? Now, let's get the names, can we? Suppose we start with you over here. What's your name?
I'm Barry Richards.
Barry. First names only.
Larry Richards.
Carrie.
Rita.
Yes.
Lee.
Lee.
Fine.
Vaughn.
Fawn.
Fawn. And what's the little one's name?
Mari.
Mari. M-A-R-I. Mari. Is that right? M-A-R. Excuse me. Now, let me talk to the gentleman here. Now, you two are twins, huh?
Yes, sir.
And you are Larry.
Yes, sir.
Do you enjoy living in a big family now?
Yes, sir.
Did you like living in the Army?
Yes, sir.
Let me talk to your partner here. You two don't look alike, though, do you?
No, sir.
And you don't dress alike either.
No, sir.
Then people don't get you mixed up, do they?
No, sir.
Well, it's easy to tell these two apart. This is yes, sir, and this is no, sir. Now, let me see if I remember the routine. Now, you are Kerry.
Carrie.
Kerry? K-E-R or C-A-R?
K-E-R-Y.
Oh, just... Oh! Mari? Listen, only a sponsor can spoil the show. Don't fool around. Carrie, how old are you, sweetie pie?
10.
Huh?
10.
10? Uh-huh. And what you going to be when you get bigger?
I want to be a singer.
A singer? Uh-huh. Do you sing solos or do you sing with the group? What do you do?
Well, my sister and I practice at home a lot of songs.
What's your sister's name?
Rita.
Rita. Rita and you? Would you sing something for us while we've got you out here?
Well,
What kind of song could you sing for us?
I'll make a pretty monster.
What's the name of that song?
I'll make a fruity monster.
And what language is that?
Japanese.
That's in Japanese. Or we're going to hear a Japanese song with the two little girls. Come on. Now, ready. What do you need a note or
We
something?
need a note.
A what note?
C.
C and an F. Somebody give us... Bum, bum, that's C and that's F. Huh? Ready? Ready?
Omega furimasu, omega furu, asobi ni ukitashi kasa wa nashi, beniono ogeta mo oga kireta.
Isn't that beautiful? I'd love to keep them up here and just play with them all night. They're precious little children, but we'd like to get some money for them, huh? Let's let Mommy and Daddy play, so when I say left face, and march. Left face, march! Of course, Dr. Gross is familiar to the televiewing audience. I don't know whether you folks have had the pleasure. Dr. Gross, this is Colonel and Mrs. Reed Richards. The doctor, as you know, is the only professor left on a quiz show who's not a contestant. Doc, shall we play the game?
Yes, Sam.
Good. I guess you've made up a lot of good questions since we were together last
$5 for every correct answer.
All right. You've seen the game. You have an idea. Now relax. Stop gripping your hands like that and have fun. These questions, by the way, are all selected from the pages of the Encyclopedia Britannica, the source of authoritative information. And who's going to lead off? The Colonel or the Missus?
She's the commanding officer.
You admit this publicly. It's $5 for every correct answer. Ready? Listen carefully. When the bell sounds, the one who starts names a country, like the United States. The other then names any living military hero of that nation. For instance, Eisenhower. Do the same with as many different nations as you can. Ready? Go.
United States,
Eisenhower,
England,
Montgomery,
France,
de Gaulle,
China,
Chiang Kai-shek,
Russia,
Zhukov.
Good enough. Ed, how did we do on that round?
You have 10 correct answers at $5 each, so in the next round, every correct answer will be worth $50.
and the kids are sitting back there biting all their 7 little nails. Second question, $50 for every correct answer. When the bell sounds, name as many famous fictional detectives as you can. For example, Sherlock Holmes. Ready? Go.
Sherlock Holmes,
Ellery Queen,
Sam Spade,
Philo Vance,
Dick Tracy,
Hercule Poirot.
Fabian of Scotland Yard.
I'm sorry, Sam. I'm afraid that Inspector Fabian's not fictional. He's a real-life person.
Oh, I know it's read about
Can't
him.
count that. Yeah. He's a real artist.
All right, not counting that fella. Ed, what's the score on that one?
You have 6 correct answers at $50 each, so in the final round, every correct answer will be worth $300.
Doing very well. Very well. That's a lucky 7 you're having those kids, huh?
Yes, it is.
The third question, $300 for every correct answer. When the bell sounds, name as many as you can of the vice presidents of the United States who became presidents, like Harry S. Truman. Question clear? Ready? Go.
Harry S. Truman,
Calvin Coolidge,
Teddy Roosevelt,
Andrew Johnson.
Andrew Jackson.
No, I'm sorry. Andrew Jackson was elected president. He was never vice president.
See, and if the doctor says so, he knows.
He's
Ed,
right.
what's the score on that?
You have 4 correct answers at $300 each, giving you a grand total on our 2 for the money scoreboard of $1,200.
We'll be back in just a minute to meet 2 more interesting people.
Well, now let's turn from light-minded quiz to serious-minded drama for exactly 1 minute. Tomorrow on CBS Television's General Electric Theater, a star with his own CBS television comedy show, Bob Cummings, will temporarily shelve his high spirits and come up with a hard-hitting dramatic performance. Tomorrow night, Ronald Reagan will present Bob in Too Good with a Gun, a Western tale about an ex-trigger man who chooses the wrong way of living down his past but gets good results anyway. Don't miss it in the General Electric Theater. Monday night, most of these stations will bring you Studio One, starring Hume Cronin in A Member of the Family. This will be a startling psychological study of intricate family relations, of a bitter chain reaction that ensues when a rich, powerful uncle transfers his interest from one nephew to another. See Studio One Monday night and the General Electric Theater tomorrow night, both on CBS Television. Now, let's return to Sam Levinson.
Sam, I'd like you to meet 2 very lovely ladies, Sandy Farinello and Rosemary Cardile. And by the way, they are both fan club members.
Oh, they are, huh? How are you, kids? So you're Sandy Farinola, Rosemary Cardile, and you're fan club members. Well, I didn't know I had such young, lovely girls in my fan club.
Well, it's not your fan club,
No?
Mr. Levinson. It's Vic Damone's fan club.
Whose?
Vic Damone.
Vic Damone. I'm trying to remember. Oh, Vic Damone's fan. Well, I should feel let down, but I want you to know I have fan club too, don't I? I'm sure I have. I didn't really ask for that. I wasn't thinking. But actually, I have a slightly older group of girls that I appeal to. See, my girls don't scream. They cough a little. You know. And when my girls swoon, it's sometimes pretty tough to revive them, I must say. The youngest member of my fan club is Grandma Moses. Of course, I'm kidding. Sandy, you are Sandy.
Mm-hmm.
You're very pretty, incidentally.
Thank you.
What do you get when you join the Vic Damone fan club?
Well, you get a button.
A button?
With a picture.
Oh,
you know, on the
I must have that done.
and you get a list of stores where you can buy his records, and you get an autographed picture.
You do, and that makes you all very happy.
Yes.
I'd like you to know, darling, I guess a performer shouldn't say, you know, it's just as much fun to give an autograph as to receive one. Just as thrilling. The performer slogan is, look out for the day when they don't ask you for autographs. You know? I went to pick up my kid at school, and there were a bunch of kids outside as they left school, sticking little papers in my hands for autograph. There was my kid in the crowd, slipped me his report card for a signature. Rosemary, what's your job in the fan club?
Well, I answer correspondence here in Brooklyn and also in the rest of the world.
Say that again. Say in Brooklyn and the rest of the world. You better get near the mic, honey. I had trouble hearing. You mean there is a rest of the world?
Yes, I'm afraid there is.
There is. Why is Vic Damone your favorite?
Well, he has a wonderful personality, Mr. Levinson, and he's so kind and thoughtful to everyone. It makes you very comfortable to be with him. He sings very wonderful.
He does.
And he's very handsome.
Have you ever met him?
Yes, I have.
Turn around. What's this kissing business? You greet all your fans that way?
Dan, this is my sister.
You mean she's really your sister?
Yes, she is.
You mean Farinola's your sister?
Oh, Farinola is my maiden name, I guess.
That was your name originally?
Yeah.
It's wonderful. She's a very pretty girl. How many are there? How many sisters do you have, Vic?
I have 4 sisters.
4 sisters. And Vic is the only brother?
Yes.
Aren't you proud of them, though? Huh?
Very.
That's wonderful.
Well, I hope so.
What's your next shot on TV, Vic?
Well, we're doing a show Wednesday evening, Sam, we're taking over from Mr. Godfrey Wednesday night.
This Wednesday night?
Yes, sir.
And I hear you have a wonderful record that's running into the million or thereabouts, huh?
Well, it looks awfully good, Sam. It's from the new Rodgers and Hammerstein show, Cinderella. It's called Do I Love You?
Is that so? Well, I think everybody ought to buy it, too. Your folks still live in Brooklyn?
Bay Ridge. Yeah.
Bay Ridge. They still live. I bet your folks sitting at home.
I think they're here.
Are the folks here?
Yeah, I believe so.
Somebody told me that you had once an interesting experience, Vic, when you came out on a nightclub floor and surprised to find Mom and Dad there. Tell us about it, will you?
Oh,
Where did
you mean
that
about, where did you find out about it?
Somebody told me about it.
Well, it happened in Hollywood, California. I was doing an engagement at the Mocambo, and my father wasn't there, my mother flew out and surprised me.
Yeah.
And it turned out to be one of the most embarrassing moments of my life.
How? How did that happen?
Well, I was so excited, I wanted to show my love for her, and I wanted to just dedicate a song to her, and I did.
So what was wrong with that?
Are you kidding? Shall I sing it for you?
What was the song?
Why was I born?
As one Brooklyn boy to another.
She walked out.
She walked out. And she isn't really here tonight, though, is she?
I don't know. This is all a surprise.
It's wonderful, wonderful. I had the pleasure of meeting your sister a few minutes ago. They're dolls, and Rosemary, too. Want to play the game? You're not in the game. You just sit by, sort of a little inspiring angel over the shoulders
Can
of
you
the
tell
two.
them a little bit?
Keep out of this.
All the questions are in the field of popular music, Sam.
All the questions are in the field of popular music. Which one of the girls is going to lead off, Rosemary or Sandy?
I will.
Sandy? How old is Sandy?
15.
Oh, what an age, huh? Isn't she gorgeous? Huh?
Spaghetti.
You mean there are 2 more? The spaghetti cheese. When the bell sounds, you must give the initials of a popular male singing star, like FS. Hey, you read this to the girls. Come on, Vic. Read it
Well,
out.
then you must name a singer to fit those initials, like FS, Frank Sinatra. Frank who? What was it? Are you ready?
Ready? Go.
FS.
Frank Sinatra.
TM.
TM.
Tony Martin.
CD. CD.
Vic Damone.
Ed, how did we do on that?
They have 6 correct answers at $5 each, giving you a grand total of
Ready? Hit it.
$30.
$30. $30 for every correct answer. There are more than 1,000 phonograph record companies in the United States, like Columbia Records. When the bell sounds, name as many of them as you can. Ready? Go.
Columbia.
RCA Victor.
Mercury.
Capitol.
Decca.
Pyramid.
Ed McMahon, speak.
They have 6 correct answers at $30 each, so in the final round, every correct answer will be worth $180.
Good. Right. Here's where you're going to hit it. You see, you've been buying nothing but Victor Moan records, so you don't know about them. $180 for every correct answer. One of the most successful records Vic Damone ever made is On the Street Where You Live, from the Broadway show My Fair Lady. Now, when the bell sounds, name as many as you can of the songs from the score of My Fair Lady, like On the Street Where You Live. Got the question? Ready? Go!
On the street where you live. Dance all night.
I could have danced all night.
That's too bad. Ed, what was the total on
Well,
that?
they have only 2 correct answers at $180, giving them a grand total on our 2 for the money scoreboard of $360. Sam Levinson will be back in just a moment.
Here's living proof that Ed Sullivan does smile. We unearth this picture from time to time to suppress doubting Thomases. Tomorrow night, Ed and you, too, will have plenty to smile about as Julie London sings Boy on a Dolphin, and Alan Ladd, Sophia Loren, and Clifton Webb preview scenes from the movie of that name. Ella Fitzgerald will return to the Ed Sullivan Show tomorrow. Academy Award nominee Giulietta Messina will perform a pantomime scene from La Strada, and Rodgers and Hammerstein will treat us to a preview of their forthcoming production of Cinderella. You know, Cinderella will be here a week from tomorrow night. That's Sunday, March 31st, starring My Fair Lady, Julie Andrews, in the title role. Great costume settings and performances will be enhanced by 9 new Rodgers and Hammerstein songs. John Cipher, Howard Lindsay, Dorothy Stickney, Ilka Chase, Kay Ballard, Alice Ghostly, and Edith Adams as the fairy godmother will join Julie Andrews in Cinderella. That's a week from tomorrow night on CBS television.
And now, once again, here is Sam Levinson.
Thank you very much. I hope you've enjoyed the show. If you'd like to be a contestant on 2 for the Money, just send a postcard or letter. Sam Levinson, CBS, send in a few words about yourself and a little snapshot or a picture you can dispose of. Don't forget to tune in next week. I hope you've enjoyed it. We'll have more fun next week. 2 for the Money, same station, same time next week. Good night, everybody.
If you'd like tickets for 2 for the Money, write 2 for the Money tickets. CBS Television, 485 Madison Avenue, New York, 20 New York. Be sure to write tickets on the envelope for prompt handling. Travel arrangements for 2 for the Money are made through Trans World Airlines. TWA flies our contestants in luxurious new Super G constellations. 2 for the Money is a Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production in association with the CBS Television Network. Be sure to tune in next week for 2 for the Money.